That's new. Okay.
Okay, everybody smile.
Today we are going to work on the whole body. Remember that during our Qigong practice, whatever is available for you today is what you want to focus on. This is a I can, and sometimes it's a not today. All right. So if you need to take a break, if you're feeling like you're a little dizzy, sometimes as you get circulation moving, you forget to breathe. So that's why I'm going to continually remind you to breathe and to remember that the breath is essential to circulation. Dis-ease cannot live in an oxygenated environment. And that is why the Qigong practices were so helpful for keeping people well. In ancient China, people would pay the doctor if they got sick, the doctor did not get paid. So in little villages, isn't that an interesting fact? That would be so fascinating if our culture would adopt that. But what they did is each village created these Qigong practices. So when you are exploring Qigong, you will see many different forms. There isn't any one that is better than the other. They all have different applications. So the styles that I have studied so far are medical, spiritual, and the martial arts style. And I integrate them within these practices so that you can have many different ways of opening the body. So the breath, as I said, is essential to all practices. And we're going to start, we'll switch back and forth between standing and chair. So whenever you need to sit down, feel free to do so. I'm wearing a dress today on purpose so that I can just demonstrate to you that you don't have to have any kind of special outfit or spandex or equipment to do any of these practices. You can do them anytime. There are no negative, impactful side effects to these. The best benefit is that you're going to feel better. So let's start with something with our breath that's very simple. We've done before, and it's to help lift the weight up off the organ. So we're going to lift the sky. And there's two general ways of doing this. One is the palms out, their hands are not touching. So we'll do a couple rounds like that, and then we will lace the fingers together. And as we lace our fingers, I just want to remind you to try to do it opposite the way you normally do, because it works new brain patterns. So we'll start with the hands. First they face you, and always as if you're hugging a tree. So your arms are out. There's this little soft bend in your arms. We're going to turn the palms out. Inhale, lift your hands up toward the sky. Follow your fingertips up. And when you lift your arms as much as you can, part your hands. And as your hands come down to the side, close your eyes. As you breathe out, bring your mind to the end of your fingertips. Down to the palms. See if you're feeling any tingling as your hands go from the sky, drifting down to the earth. And repeat, turn the palms out. Inhale. Close your eyes, exhale. Fully empty your breath. And inhale, turn the palms out. Exhale. We're going to continue the same movement, only now we're going to lace the fingers. So again, do what you normally do and then switch which thumb is on top. Turn the palms out, inhale, push up through the heels of the hands. Feel that lengthening all the way into the side of your body. Look up and close your eyes, part your hands, and allowing your arms and fingertips to be light like a feather. As you feel your fingers move from the sky to the earth, slowly lower your arms down. Repeat again, lacing the fingers opposite normal. Inhale, push into the sky. And this time push a little higher up through the heel of your right arm. So we're lengthening the right side of the body, opening up the liver, gallbladder. Ease off. Again, close your eyes. Feel the body soften with the breath. Spine stays tall. Just the arms are emptying. And again, breathe in. Push up through the heel of the hand. And this time on the left side, opening the spleen. Just letting gravity take a break from pushing down the body. Close your eyes. Exhale. One last time. Breathe in. Lift up. Push up into the sky. Both heels of the hands. Feel that stretch all the way through your hips. Part the fingers and exhale. We're going to complement that with spinal cord breathing. So if you're in a chair, move forward in your chair. Remember, you can do this standing. If you're on the floor, you can sit either like a pretzel, or if you want to do the traditional way, I'm going to sit up on my heels, which I'm a little bit too close to the camera for you to see that, but I have my feet bent under to open up the nerve endings in my feet. So again, we're going to squeeze the shoulders. So you're going to curl your tailbone back. So think of your spine flexing and extending. If your arms aren't able to open up, you're just going to slide your hands up and down your thighs and focus on the spine, okay? This just helps a little bit more with the lymph nodes through the chest and under the arms. So we're going to squeeze in the shoulders, look up on the inhale, feel your lungs fill up, and then exhale, chin in, elbows come toward each other, tuck under. Inhale, look up, squeeze in. Exhale. And breathe in. Squeeze in the shoulders, look to the sky. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Last one, inhale. Put that smile on your face if you haven't yet. Exhale. We're going to do one more just to make sure you have that smile on your face. Look up with a bigger smile and exhale. And then lower your arms. Take a breath. Real quick, we're going to run through the sinus points before we move on to other parts of the body, which this morning, the suggestions were the knees, the hips, the shoulders, a little bit of everything. But because our weather is yo-yoing back and forth, some people have sinus issues, so I just want to remind people what those sinus points are. This also helps to rejuvenate the face. So you're going to use your ring finger, and we're going to come in to the side of the nose right by the tear duct. And for each of these points, you're going to feel a little indentation where it's going to be a groove up. So your finger will go into that soft spot. So place your finger into the soft spot, and we're going to make 9 circles in each direction. Make sure you're not holding any tension in your jaw. So if you place your tongue behind your teeth, that will help remind you not to clench the teeth. And now go in the other direction. And now slide your fingers down to the bottom of your nose when you're finished. And right where the nostril and the cheekbone connect, that's where you do the next 9. And then reverse. And remember, if any of these points feel tender, just return to them later. That means you have a little blockage. Now we're going to use your ring finger. Lay it right over the middle of your eye. And slide your finger down to the bottom of your cheekbones. You're just drawing a straight line from the eye. And then when you're at the bottom, push up under the bone. So again, you're going to feel this little groove for your finger to press up into. So you make your circles. These are all sinus openings. And again, if you're feeling any blockage, it might be tender. Next, we're going to take index or ring finger and middle finger. You're going to take it right to the corner of your eye, slide it to your hairline on both sides, and make your circles. And reverse. A lot of times when we're holding stress or there's dis-ease in the body, it shows on the face. So these will help rejuvenate your face. So now we're going to bring your fingers again to the middle of your eye, and we're going straight up into your eyebrow. So lay the finger over the middle of the eye, fingertip touches the eyebrow, and right on that bone, find that soft spot, make your circles. 9 in each direction. Now we're going to take your fingers, index fingers, and bend them. And bring the knuckles together right in the middle of your forehead and slide out to the hairline. And repeat that several times. If you're ironing out any lines in your skin. The next 2 points I'm going to go over. Well, this one is for anxiety. So bring your fingertips, pinch your fingers to the top of your ear. And if you cup the thumb up underneath your earlobe, you're at the tip of the ear. We're just going to rub and scrub. So you can scrub with one finger on both sides, or you could put one hand behind and rub vigorously with the other thumb. So that one hand's supporting behind the earlobe and the other hand is scrubbing around the earlobe. It's 2 different ways of doing it. You can do this all around the whole ear. It's very helpful. There's multiple points through the earlobes, so we don't think of the earlobes as doing anything other than holding maybe some earrings every once in a while. Then when you're finished, take your thumbs and leave them at the highest point of your ears. Place your thumb or your middle finger over top. Slide the fingers up to the middle of your head. Right in the middle of the crown, take one hand away. Leave the finger right at that point. So this point is from the front to the back of the head, and right in the center of the ears, in the middle of the head. You'll feel, again, this soft spot. Press straight down. If you get headache or migraine, this is the point for you. You could close your eyes, and generally it's held for about a minute. You can make little circles as you like, but generally if you just apply pressure straight into this point, that's just as impactful. It's also, it's a matter of preference. So choose what feels right for you. And release. And we'll go over the headache point for the hand too. Remember, you can do these points when you're in public. So use your thumb. You want the web of your other hand, and you're going to lay the knuckle right at the web. Bend your thumb over, and where the tip of the thumb is hitting your hand in the middle of that web, that's the point you want to be rubbing. So if it feels really tender or sore, continue doing this a few times during the day. As they say, this too shall pass. But for people who get headache and migraine, this is an excellent point, because you can be walking down the street or standing in line somewhere. No one has to know you're giving yourself a little treatment. Let's do the other side, and just notice one side might be more tender than the other. This means you're normal. It's That's why we do these points, to explore and find where our tender points are. We all have our own sensitivities. We all have places we store emotion. That's what our body does. So we're getting rid of all that stuff that's stuck so that circulation can flow through. We weren't intended to hold on to things. And while we're working with the hands, let's do a little bit for your neuropathy if you're struggling with that. So bend your fingers and lay the knuckles together and scrub like you're scrubbing on a pan. And now turn to the knuckle, or the last knuckle where your fingernails are. Scrub. Now just lay your palms open. You can lay them on your lap. Close your eyes for a moment. That's really important to allow yourself to have the inward experience of noticing the impact or the effect of the movements that you've done. Throughout our class, we want to continually repeat and check in this way, because this is how you start to develop your inward focus. Now we're going to transition. So we're going to transition from our seated position to a standing position. If you need to stay in a chair, feel free to do that. We're going to work a little bit on the knees. So I'll show you how to do this in a chair. And then if you can stand with us, that's good. So chair people, you're going to be forward. And you're just going to be working your knees. So your feet are going to come out so you can rotate the knees. Better to do standing, but if you need to hold on to something, you could try one leg at a time. If you can, you want your feet and knees together. You're going to cup your hands over your knees. Ankles stay together the best of your ability. And we're going to rotate the knees. Making little circles. And this can be done every day. And go in the other direction. If you hear any cracking or popping, maybe you'll set it to music. Our goal is to break down the calcium deposit. So this is why this is good. Now let's just do a little bit of joint work. So again, you can modify this if you're in a chair, just one leg at a time. We're gonna rotate the ankles and the wrist. And now go the other direction. Good for balance. You can just do one set at a time if you need to hold on. Switch to the other side, rotating. Go in the other direction if you haven't yet. Good. And now we're going to do a little bit of shaking the tree. So your feet are underneath you. If you need to make sure that you're in a stable position, if you struggle with balance, bring your big toes together. You can see this. Shift the weight into the balls of the feet. Open your heels. Lean into the heels. Lift your toes and your feet are on the outside edge of your hips. That's the most stable base. You're going to lift and drop. My knees are going to stay bent. And I'm going to lift and drop. Big exhale. Open your mouth. And think of lifting and dropping. So in a chair, you can still do this with us. You're just doing this part, okay? And you can lift and drop your heels at the same time in a chair. If you're standing, you want to keep the feet flat on the floor. And your hands are shaking out because they are at the end of your shoulders. And the hands are empty. So if you open your mouth with the exhale, now lift your arms out to the side. Start imagining that you are either Kermit the Frog or you're at a big concert. Open mouth. Good. You should do this every day. Feels good. If you don't own a trampoline, this is an alternative. If you do not jump rope, this is another way you can get that same benefit. We're sloughing the dead cells out of the body into the bloodstream so they can get flushed out of the body. Whew. Slow down. And again, take a minute. Just turn your palms out. Close your eyes. You need to hold on to something. That's fine. Soften your face. Again, bring your awareness to your palms. Hear the sound of your breath. Now we're going to open our legs a little wider than your hips. We're going to do knocking on the door of life. Again, this can be done every day. So your hips are going to move. So the knees bend, the hips move forward, and the arms are swinging because the hips are moving. So we want to make sure nothing is stagnant. The hands are hitting at the hip bone and at the lower back. So we hit at the lower back and the kidney point. Bring them up a little higher, tapping under the ribs where the liver and spleen. So tapping at the back also helps to hit the adrenals near the kidneys, which is where cortisol is created, and that's your stress hormone that we want to keep emptied out. And now come up into the chest area. Again, you can change your hands to just your fingertips anywhere that it's more tender on your body. Of course, you can always change how hard or soft you're hitting. Tapping, call it tapping. Good. Slow it down. Take a little moment. Bring your feet back in. We're going to work, again, the kidney point. So this is the bubbling well point, and we're going to start by swinging back. So if you're on a ski slope, you're going to start off. So our hands come back. Now we're going to lift up onto the balls of the feet. If you can, drop down heavy. So in a chair, you're lifting, dropping. So smack the heels onto the floor like you're trying to wake up somebody that is asleep underneath you. And again, bring a big open mouth exhale. So we're letting go of more we're taking in. I just hit my hand on the chair. You heard a sound, that's what that was. Try two more. Good. And now, again, feet are just a little wider than your hips, not much. Picture that glorious hula hoop on the floor beneath you. Bent knees, hands on the hips. Again, you can do this all day. If you're stirring a pot on the stove, you could be rolling the hips at the same time. There's always a way to integrate the Qigong moves into your life. Remember, if you need to sit down, please feel free to do so. If you're in a chair, you can still do a variation. You're just going to rock all the way around, rolling onto the tailbone. Think of all four directions that your hips could roll. So if you think of that flexion and extension of the spine, You want to go out to both sides, front and back. And then we're going to go in the other direction. Roll your hula hoop. Great. Slow it down. We're going to take a minute to just do a little bit of arm work. So again, if you need to sit, feel free to do so. We're going to do cloud hands. So cloud hands, you're going to imagine that your hands are moving like a cloud. So think of how a cloud moves, not on a stormy day, on a slow day. So if you take your top hand, you're going to turn the palm toward your body. So the weight is in one leg. Breathe in and slide your hand toward the other. And as this hand starts to float down, the other hand lifts up. We're going to slide to the other side. So we can do this more than one way, but you cross over, lift up. And let's just practice going across the heart zone. The other hand is facing the body, what we call the lower dantian. This is the area by the abdomen where our life force energy is stored. With the hand, exhaling as you sink the weight into the other leg. So this leg is empty, the other leg is substantial. One hand lifts as the other lowers. Crossing over, exhale. And yes, you can do this in a chair if you need to sit. Breathe in. Start transferring the weight, 50-50. Into the breath, 100, 0. Inhale. Long, slow inhale and exhale. Be sure to move slow and give a space between the breath. Remember, it's easy to go fast. We've been conditioned in our culture to do everything quick and efficient. But it's not efficient if you get broke along the way, right? It takes longer to fix the machine than to keep it well oiled. So we in our culture give a lot more attention to our automobiles than we do our own body. And this is a chance for you to think of your body as that miracle machine that needs maintaining. And we're not taught to maintain. Only when we get something that broke do we think about. It's always an exception to that, but we have a competitive culture. And sometimes it's okay for you to say, that's enough. So during our class, if you need to say, that's enough, I've had enough, just rest. Then go to your breath. Let's do one more on each side, very nice. Keep it slow. And now we're gonna sweep down, scoop up. Pull it up through the middle of the body. Follow your hands. Turn the palms to the sky. And then exhale. So your feet are apart. If you're in a chair, you can still join us. Scoop down, grab up some energy. Breathe in, so we're pulling it up, like you're carrying a bushel. Turn the palms to the sky. Exhale. When the hands are at about waist height, bend and scoop. It's good for your knees. We're just pulling straight up. And when you get to the heart height, that's where we turn our palms out, up to the sky. Exhale. Gather the energy from the earth, pull it up in through the organs, collecting all that we don't need, turning it into the sky, letting go. One more. Inhale. Exhale. Turn your palms into each other, lay them on your abdomen. Close your eyes for a moment, whether you're seated or standing. Take a breath and lengthen your spine. Keep your shoulders down. Make sure you're not holding any tension in the shoulders. If you are standing, try lifting your toes with your eyes closed. Keep something nearby if you need it for support. Spread the toes out, lay them down. Again, breathe long and slow, even and soft. Move your head back over your shoulders. And now, just release, do a little shaking. And remember, if all you do every day is a little bit of shaking, you've helped your body tremendously. So let's go back to ways to regulate emotion. So spring is associated with the liver. We're moving into the hot season of summer, which is connected with fire. Fire is our heart organ. So we're going to take your hand, slide across your chest, down the arm, and flick it off the end of the hand. Come across and down the inside of the arm. And this can be done slow. We're just brushing down, and this brushing movement helps to open up that heart meridian. So we're taking the heat down and out of the body. Heat is in the heart, and our heart holds anger and unresolved rage that doesn't get taken care of in the liver. The liver holds frustration. We don't resolve that frustration, it turns into anger and rage. So we're just brushing down and out. So this is the philosophy of Chinese medical arts. Let's do one more on each side. It's very comforting. Remember, your skin is an organ. So if you're not sure about anything else that I'm talking about, be confirmed that the skin is an organ and brushing it has a calming effect on the nervous system. It's essentially what we're doing. So you don't have to understand all of Chinese medicine to understand what feels good, right? Now we're going to go back to tapping the kidneys. Again, the kidneys are the regulators of the body, right? So we're going to just bend over a little bit, do a little tapping. Again, easily done in a chair. Take your pick. Remind you, you can always take a break and sit down and continue with us at a pace that works for you. If you bend over a little bit, it makes it a little easier. If you have a little bit of back issues, this feels really therapeutic. Okay, now brush. So we're going to take flat palms down the back of the legs. Down and out. Now we're going to do it down the front of the body. So start at the chest, slide down the front of the body, over the top of the feet. So if you don't have time to do all the tapping, this brushing is another alternative where it's a nice way to get some heat out of the body and just provide a little comfort. One more. So maybe the tapping is too much. Maybe you've had some tenderness. I'm going to come back to the chair because we're going to work on the neck and shoulders for a minute. We don't want to have tension in the neck and shoulders that will impact our ability of the mind to get the messages the body's sending. So we're going to review again the wise owl. And I like this one a lot because it's very effective and almost everyone can do it. So we want our hands out, fingers nice and wide. We're going to bring our arms out to the side. And you're going to squeeze your shoulders. So lift, spine, squeeze in the shoulders. And then bring your arms down like there's a weight on your hands and your fingers are open and the fingers are spread out, reaching down to the floor. Take a breath again, lifting your spine a little bit. And now turn your head like you're an owl looking all the way behind you. Make sure you're not clenching your teeth as you do this. Feel free to release your breath out of your mouth. Back to center and close your eyes for a moment. Stretch through your fingers. Reposition, try squeezing the shoulders in a little bit again. If you need to, that just helps remind you to keep the front of your body open. So my arms are out at about a 45-degree angle. And now turn your head like an owl, looking over his shoulder. Coming back, release your hands, just lay them on your lap for a moment. Eyes are closed. 2 to 3 exhales. Fill your whole body completely with the inhale before you begin your exhale. Now we're going to do the second variation. So the palm fingers are together. You're curling the little finger side up like you have. It's going to make a little cup, like you have a little cup of rain that you're holding in your palm. So your arms are again out, fingers are all together, and you're going to roll the little finger side up, wrapping the tendons around the arms. Again, slide the hands back, feel your shoulders squeeze in, and then release your arms to your side so your shoulders are down. Now the key is to keep the shoulders down, little fingers rolled up, move your head back so your head isn't forward. This is our new problem. Everybody's reading and on their electronic device. So if you're feeling tension in your neck and shoulders, check in with how you're holding your head during the day. So bring your head back, find the hand position. Fingers are reaching down like there is a weight. Let one ear come over top of the shoulder. Part your teeth. Close your eyes. So if your head is over your right shoulder, you're reaching down through the left arm, vice versa. I can breathe in through my nose. You open the mouth with the exhale, you're just giving a chance to release more of what your body doesn't need. Now tilt your head in front of the shoulder, still reaching down to that opposite arm. So whatever shoulder you're in front of, the opposite arm is stretching. Eyes can stay closed. Bring your head back over your shoulder and let it drop behind the shoulder. And if you have an opportunity to go out into a park and sit in a bench, or maybe your backyard, it's really nice to do these under a tree or watching the clouds go by, listening to the birds. Bring your ear back over your shoulder. And with your eyes closed, just so that the mind stays inside the body, lift your head back up. Bring the head over the opposite shoulder and notice how this side feels different. Reach out. Now roll your head in front of the shoulder. Bring the head back over the shoulder, let it drop behind. Bring the ear back over the shoulder, eyes stay closed, bring the head back up. Your arms empty again in your lap. Or you could place your hands on the lower dantian. And just to complement that, we're going to do the turtle and crane. Remember, this could be done standing. It's, again, working the spine because it's key to the nervous system. It's also working a little bit of the neck. So since we've gone from side to side, rolling around the shoulder, we're going to do front to back. So lengthen your spine, lift your chin, and if you have vertigo, just do what you can here. Body's tall, breath in, point your chin out on the exhale. Hold out as far as you can, and then drawing in your abdomen, curling the tailbone under, chin to chest, shoulders roll forward, press your spine back, curl up through your body, lift your chin, tall spine, exhale, fold out. Bring the chin in, roll the shoulders, tuck the tailbone under, press your spine back, roll up through the body. Lift up, exhale. Tuck in, press back, shoulders forward. Curl up through each vertebrae, one at a time. Lengthen the spine as you lift your chin. We'll do one more in this direction. So like a crane, reaching down, grabbing a fish in the water, tucking it in, curling back up into the sky. Bring the chin back up. We're going to do the reverse, which is called turtle. Turtle emerging from the sea. It also kind of looks like a caterpillar, so pick which animal you want to be. Chin in. Shoulders roll. Draw in the abdomen. Tuck under. Bring your head in as close as you can to your body. Down as much as you can. Lift the nose and chin. Breathe in to the sky. Long spine, start with the abdomen drawing in, start tucking under as your chin and shoulders come forward, roll your head down the middle of your body. Inhale, lift up, tall spine, last one, chin in, roll, tuck and roll. Come up as much as you can with that tall spine. Bring your head over your shoulders. Make sure that you release your shoulders. Soften your face. Bring your attention to your face right now. Again, if you're feeling any tingling or lightheaded, that's okay. That can be the oxygen that's moving up under your skin. So this is how we rejuvenate even the organ of the skin. Laughter is a good therapy for that too. Okay, so let's go to a quick way of finding your chi. If you're not sure what that is, smack your hands together and turn your palms so they face each other. Press in gently. So in science class, we learn about positive and negative ions. It's energy, right? That same energy is in our body. It's what makes us alive. It's the life beyond breath. It's the same energy that's moving through blades of grass, the birds, the trees. Spin it around a little bit. Close your eyes. And as you breathe in, I want you to visualize this energy flowing up through your arms. And then turn your palms in toward any area of your body that you would like to send a little extra healing or love to. Because remember, the palms connect to your heart meridian, which is where we store love and joy and compassion. Take both palms, turn them toward your face. Lay your palms lightly on your face and slide your hands up all the way to the crown of your head. Sweep all the way back. Now we're going to use our tiger claw. This is a tiger claw hand. Both hands. We're going to come up to the face. And we're going to part our fingers and slide all the way back like you're combing your hair. Do this a few times. Feels really nice if you have fingernails. And now we're going to take our hands, same fingertips, and we're going to tap. Come all the way around your head, to the back of your neck. Come behind your ears, side of the head. You feel like little raindrops. Again, if you feel any tender areas, that's a little bit of tension in your capillaries. You can return to those areas. Come over your face. And now sweep from the inside of your face out. And come up, around, and out on your face. Like a light touch now. Now we're going to bring one foot up and we're going to do your feet with the knuckles today. Again, I'm showing you variations because you don't have to have any special tools. And if your fingers are not feeling up to par, you have a fist that works just as adequately. Dryer balls work too. So use the knuckles and rub. Put your other hand can cup behind it. Or if you are with someone else, you could invite somebody over and give each other a foot massage. Rub around the heel. And now we're going to go from the heel and the inside, the side of the foot. Now translate that to the bottom of your foot. So we're just sweeping down and out. The same on the other side. You can use your fingertips if you can use your knuckles. You can switch which position you have your leg in. It's whatever works for your body. Thumbs work too. You could use both hands and go down between the soft spots. from the ankle toward the toes. Now pull the toes back, use your tiger claw fingers and lay them at the base of the toes and massage. So the palm is going to cup the ball of your foot. And we're also going to hit our kidney 1 point. So you can use your knuckle here at the middle under the ball of the foot or your elbow. Now pinch your fingers of both hands are going to come in together and massage the toes so you get the top, bottom, and sides. All the body tapping and massaging suggested to do every day simply because it promotes such an easy way to get circulation through your body. It's a way of self-care. It doesn't cost anything. And we are with ourselves all day long, every day. So you should be able to find some time in there to tap or rub. Now take your fingers, spread them out, and lace them between the toes like you're holding your foot. Massage your foot or rotate the ankle. Go in the other direction. Take your hands and rub. There are so many of these variations that we can do. I'm trying to stay focused on areas that will be complementary to your body as you're going through your treatment. So that's why we focus on these things each week. Let's switch to the other side. So remember, one side is easier than the other. You can always modify. You could even use a stick of some sort, like the handle of a whisk broom, or a whisk broom itself is nice to do some tapping. So start with your knuckles, cup your foot. Remember, if there's any tender area, it's just asking for you to give it a little extra attention later. Press down and out, inside the foot, and down the bottom, from the heel out toward the toes. Across the top. Again, you could use 2 thumbs to get into the soft spots. You're going to choose what feels better for your body today. Pull the toes back, tiger claw hands. Rub at the base of the toe. Use your pincher fingers, massage from the bottom to the tip with a pinch at the end. Pull the toes back and slide your fingers in between. Rotate your ankle. Eventually, this doesn't hurt. You just have to repeat and do it a few times so that your body gets used to it. It's cheaper than buying toe socks. They're much more complicated to get on, I think. And now let's rub the top and bottom of your foot. Good. And when you put your feet down, let's give a quick glance and see how the 2 feet look compared to each other after you're done doing these. It's always interesting to see the color change. And now straighten your spine nice and tall. Long breath. And let's bring your arms out to the side. Open them wide. Turn your palms back. Reach behind you. Squeeze your hands together. Lift your arms up to the best of your ability. Take a breath in. Look up. Put a smile on your face. Close your eyes as you exhale, parting your arms. Slowly release your breath. And let your palms come back together at the center of your heart. I'm going to do that one more time, like you're parting a wave. So turn the palms out, inhale. Lace the fingers opposite, lift the arms up. Sustain the breath in your body. Keep that smile on your face. And releasing with your exhale. Keeping your palms together. Move your head back just a little more. It may feel like your head's falling back, but we're usually just putting it right over the top of our shoulders. Bring your attention to your palms. Notice the skin of your fingers touching one another. Smile deep into your palms, deep into your heart. And as you feel the breath flowing into your body, lengthen your spine a little taller, a little prouder, knowing that what you've done here may not show on the outside, but you've honored that beautiful body that you've been given to take care of on your journey. Feel your feet connecting to the earth beneath you. Let's take a minute to be grateful we have the opportunity to walk on this earth, to touch and see and hear and taste all the beauty in this world with a mind that allows us to make our own choices. Thank you for choosing to take care of yourself today. It was my honor to be a part of that process with you right now, today. I appreciate each of you being here, and I hope to see you again next week or Thursday for our yoga class at 9 o'clock. Thanks so much for being here. Have a beautiful day. It was my honor.
Thank you.